Radio. Tampa Bay 102.1 at 12 o'clock noon is when they start. Streaming us then, Macon, Georgia 87.9, 102.1 in Lancaster, Pennsylvania 104. What is that? I can't see, man. Where's my glasses?
Point one.
Oh, is it 104.1? In let's try that again. 104.1 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 100.7 Boulder, Colorado, and then 107.1 in Las Vegas, Nevada. And like I said, that's 12 o'clock Eastern time, so adjust your time zones. Talking about gun control.
There's here in Florida, you can also, if you have the money, get a Type 3 or a Class 3 license.
Which is?
Own automatic firearms and silencers and...
That's real scary.
Those kind of things. But, you want to hear something?
Yeah, absolutely.
They are making it legal for anyone over the age of 21 or 18 to have silencers on their pistols or rifles.
Well, it should be.
They're letting us... They're about to put them in shops, and I can walk in and buy one without having a license for it, for hunting purposes.
Oh, they're letting them?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought...
They're legalizing it.
I don't think that's good.
I don't think that's good either.
No. You should have some kind of special endorsement on a weapons permit or something like that to be able to...
You should be able to pass a mental... check.
Sure, absolutely. What is it called? A psychological or psychiatric evaluation? Yep. You should have to go through something like that. I don't believe in that one. That's not a good situation right there. Something has to be done about that. That's
I like
for sure.
there being noise to my shots being fired, so that people know that shots are being fired. I want people to know if someone comes in to my house. I want them to be able to hear that from the outside that people are being shot.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, well, that I agree. If there's 4 or 5 people outside, and the first one comes in, and you just hear a thud. I don't want them to think that was me going down. I want them to know that there was their buddy going down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree with that one. But automatic weapons on our streets, civilians having them. There should be some kind of special endorsement, sort of like pilots have to go through, and log their flights. And I don't know, man. They should, I'm no expert. I'm not a politician, but I am a patriot. But I'm a sovereign citizen, but I'm a peaceful sovereign. I may talk a lot of shit and say, "Oh, I'll kill you. Come through my front door," but that I'll definitely do. But I'm a peaceful sovereign. I do believe in the right to bear arms, but I do believe that there should be some regulations, because from what you're telling me, Hayden, it really sounds like even with all the laws, all the regulations, everything that we have in place, anybody can get a gun. Look at all these shootings that are going on, that have gone on, I should say. The latest was this director's kid. That was horrible. This kid was screwed up in the head. You ever listen to some of the videos he made?
Right.
He was talking shit where this one deserves to die and this one deserves to die. And this kid had access to guns. He did it just like you're saying. He walked in, he was old enough, bought a gun, and went on a rampage.
Yeah, and these are things that you can't prevent.
Unfortunately, no, because that's human nature.
Right. Some of the safest states.
Go for it.
Florida doesn't allow this, but some of the safest states
mm-hmm.
have the law where you can open carry. Which means I could walk around the street anywhere I go, and I have a 45.
First one that comes to mind, in my mind, Texas, correct?
Texas does have open carry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So anytime I've gone to some little towns as an auto transporter, because I used to transport cars, there'd be people walking around with big old guns on their sides, bro. And it's intimidating being a city boy from a place where that doesn't go on, and people are just walking around with a gun hanging out. You learn humility. Fast. And you're right. You know what? You think about it. Now that I've been in that situation, I wasn't such a cocky, sawed-off, tough guy walking around a town where even grandma's got, a 45 6-shooter on her back that she's had from her grandma's great-grandma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Utah's one of them, too, and those are some of the safest states. You just walk around with that 45. No one's
sticking
gonna, no
out.
one's gonna screw with you, man.
No permit. Now, who's gonna come up? Billy Joel and Bobby freaking Bill. They're not gonna come running up to you and play the, what is it called, the knockout game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're definitely gonna think twice. Let's just think about it this way. I mean, if everybody walked around in New York City with a gun, sure, in the beginning it's going to be a dangerous place to go, but when people realize that other people ain't messing around and you screw with me, I'm going to blow your freaking brains out and just walk away like nothing happened, I bet you shit stops happening like it does.
Oh, yeah.
Tampa, all of them cities. I can't just single out New York City. I'm sorry, guys. But,
we got Jacksonville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
They're
Tampa, murder capital of the world.
It's crazy.
Well, maybe not anymore, but I know, the statistics were up there.
Besides, I mean, most murders, like he said earlier on the video that you guys listened to, happen with knives.
Yeah, that's true.
Because knives are the silent killer.
Yeah.
Most people want to use a knife when they come in your house and massacre. Most people use a knife when they're trying to steal your car.
That's why I say, and I've always said it, I got a surprise for you if you come in here. See, I may not be able to own a firearm, but there are some quite deadly silent weapons out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And from where I sleep and how I sleep, by the time the door gets closed behind you, I've already been alerted to your presence, and there's already shit flying at you.
I got, because of people...
you've been to my house.
Yeah. Because of people that I know will try and rip a gun out of my hand if I put it in their face.
Not mentioning any names.
I buy very short-barreled, small, but high-caliber weapons.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not easy to take. I can fire it in a very confined space if I need to.
And the point to that is basically, and this is the point I'm getting, Hayden, and then you can elaborate. If you are going to carry a weapon and you do get into a situation where you have to pull it, be careful, because there is those 1 in 10 maybe, or maybe 1 in 100 people.
Crazy sons of bitches. That
will go for that gun. And, I mean, there's strict rules about gun control. It's pretty much a policy that I have. If I am in a situation and I don't have a gun, but I see a gun, gun control comes into mind. I'm sorry, the only thing I can think of is I want to control that gun. Well, at least at that point, I know I'm not going to get hurt. Yeah. So just be careful out there. So, all right, let's get back into this because I'm really loving it. It's deep. Deep as the water I urinate in. That was a penis reference.
Let's go to... I'm going to find New Jersey's laws.
Yeah.
Just because I know how illegal it is there.
Yeah, I'm going to get the radar up for...
I'm going to go ahead and click into their law. And I know that they pretty much have a zero tolerance.
Well, yeah, I'm interested in this, because isn't the government Chris Christie?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, the clumsy one. He's a trip, man. I think he's that chubby guy that, like, bumps into, walks into to cameramen's cameras, and all you see is this. Well, that might be the crackhead Canadian. I don't know. I might be confusing the two of them. I'm not sure. We're live on the air with Talk Shit Radio. We'd love to hear from anybody if they have any insight about gun control. That is the subject for today. Mikey looks like he's on. Mikey's I'm
going to read into their laws. The reason why they don't recognize other states' laws and other states' carrying permits and why it's so illegal, they have such a strict policy on it. I guess you are allowed to have a gun, but you have to literally have a permit.
Okay, so you are allowed to have a gun in Jersey, but they're very, very strict on the rules about it.
Very strict.
So they might be a model state.
There is literally everything involving it you have to have a license for. You have to have a license to purchase one.
Well, wasn't it Joseph that said, the right to bear arms is everybody should be able to wear short-sleeve T-shirts?
Everybody should have bear arms.
Bear arms, that's what it was. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he wants to fight fisticuff. Anyway, go ahead.
Right, so they don't even have assault rifles. But
No assault rifles, though.
Even to buy an actual rifle, which here in Florida you could walk into Walmart and buy a shotgun or a 30-30 and walk out with it. They have to have a license.
Rule King, I'll tell you what, buddy. Have you been in Rule King and looked around?
Yeah.
The new one here in Spring Hill got some nice shit.
Oh, they got nice guns.
I got to tell you. I'm a rifle man myself. I like rifles. I like long range. I like stay back. You're dead. I'm safe. You know what I mean? Excuse me, folks. I got to burp.
My ass.
Oh, yeah.
My ass can shoot something from further away than most people can hit with a rifle.
I think I'm just lucky with a pistol. I think I've always just had, like, I guess you can call it shit-ass blind luck with a pistol. Always been a good shot. Never had any training, you know what I mean? I play video games. That's, I grew up on Atari, I just, the first time I ever really shot a gun, I was with my uncle. We were camping in the woods. He has a 38, which is actually a little cap gun compared to most guns. But I fired that, and he had guns his whole life, and all of this shit, real safe about a permit, all of that. He was impressed how good I was. We went camping up in Ocala National Forest. I put bullet into the back of bullet, you know what I'm saying, into the same hole. Three shots out of 6 that's in there. So that's not bad. That's a 50-50. I think it was just all blind luck. Now, a rifle, on the other hand, after I learned how to scope in a rifle, I don't care. There's no hiding.
I can hit real good with a rifle.
Yeah. I learned how through someone whose name we need not say. What is it, Voldemort? No, I'm kidding. No, he's still in the military. He's active. I learned from somebody who was Special Forces. He went in, he came out, he went in, and he came out. When the Gulf War happened, he went in, and nobody's seen him since, so he might not even be alive. But anyway, he taught me how to sight in a rifle and pretty much shoot the bullet to its maximum potential, to where when you're literally lobbing it, Hayden, it goes up, and it gets to that point where it loses all of its velocity and then goes down.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It goes up to that point, it just starts to fall. But, I mean, this guy was so good that on that fall, when it lost all of its velocity from the charge of the bullet and it got to its limits, the target was right under the bullet.
Right.
It was just amazing what this guy could do. I mean, he would put a lemon on a tree stand where, you couldn't see it. With the naked eye, you needed his scope that he had. Not the one on the gun, either. He had a
spotter scope.
Yeah, and it was that big one.
Right.
He would look at it. He would write his freaking numbers. This guy was amazing, dude. And then when he lined up with the bullet, the gun, and what was really cool, the first time I ever seen him do it, I'm like, what the hell are you shooting at, dude? And he's like, that lemon. I'm like, bro, where? I can't. If I don't look through it here, there's no way. There's too many trees. He's pointing the gun, like, up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there. He's like, keep your eye on the lemon.
You got inertia, Coriolis.
Holy shit, dude. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. Because here I am sitting next to him, and I hear, pow. The rifle goes off. I'm watching the lemon. And maybe what seemed like 15 minutes was probably 15/10 of a second. But in my eye, it was just the gunshot, the amount of time, and then
the
lemon was gone.
Most people are used to when a gun shoots, it's automatically at its target.
Yeah. It was just the most incredible thing I ever saw in my life. But anyway,
This is something I didn't know. It's actually a felony in Florida to register firearms.
Huh?
You are not allowed. Someone who sells firearms is not allowed to record who is buying them. Of course, it goes through a federal system, so they know that that person is buying a weapon, but they actually cannot maintain any list, record, or registry of legally owned firearms.
Okay. They can't keep a record.
Or law-abiding firearms owners.
So they register them with the government, and then that's it. They got to get rid of that paperwork or send it to the government. They can't keep any records of it.
Pretty much. Wow. The only registry you have is when they do the NICS check.
NCIC?
The
or NIC,
NICS background